Information fueled.
Opinion driven.
This is Nashville's Morning News with Dan Mandis.
And so, my fellow Americans,
we talk news.
6:06, Nashville's Morning News on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. And welcome on in to your Thursday, February 13th of 2025. We got a lot going on. So a couple of things I want to cover here in the next hour or so. Pam Bondi going after the state of New York. I absolutely love this. Department of Justice announcing this lawsuit against New York, the governor, Kathy Hochul, and the state attorney general, Letitia James. Now, you know what's going on, where you have Letitia James, you got Kathy Hochul, and a lot of these sanctuary cities, and you know what they're doing? They're out there and they're saying, you know what? We are going to actively root for and protect the illegal aliens and these gangbangers that are in our city and in our state. It is astonishing to me. And so Pam Bondi, she is now saying we are going to hold you accountable.
We're here today because we have filed charges against the state of New York. We have filed charges against Kathy Hochul. We have filed charges against Letitia James and Mark Schroeder, who is with DMV. This is a new DOJ, and we are taking steps to protect Americans, American citizens, and angel moms, like the mom standing right behind me, who you're going to hear from in a moment. New York has chosen to prioritize illegal aliens over American citizens. It stops today.
And we've seen this in Chicago. We are now seeing it in New York, and we're seeing it in sanctuary cities and states all across America. Do you know who I think they ought to go after next? I think they really do need to go after Philadelphia next. And I don't know who the attorney general is in Philadelphia, whatever, but
Krasenstein.
Who is it, Joan?
His last name is Krasenstein.
Okay.
And he's a lefty.
Well, of course he is, because it's Philadelphia.
Right.
So here's what they need to do is Trump won Pennsylvania, and that's a swing state. Clearly, the good people of Pennsylvania are sick and tired of being a sanctuary city, Philadelphia, right in the middle of Pennsylvania. So they need to go after whoever is allowing sanctuary city status in the city of Pennsylvania, in the city of Philadelphia. That's what they need to do, because you have this happening all across the country, and they're really smart. They are really smart to go after and make this a very big deal, to go after those people that are allowing these sanctuary cities and sanctuary states, because guess what? That does impact everybody.
As you know, we sued Illinois. New York didn't listen. So now you're next. Millions of illegal aliens with violent records have flooded into our communities, bringing violence and deadly drugs with them.
And it is so weird. You know, you hear Maxine Waters and you hear these, Democrats out there singing, whose side are you on? And clearly, these Democrats are on the side of murderous illegal aliens. And so when we talk about, and this has become big time fodder for conversation these days, but when you talk about what does the Republican Party stand for as opposed to the Democrat Party? Well, the Democrat Party, they are out there, and they are the party that is out there chanting and singing and screaming for waste, for fraud, for abuse by our government financially. They are screaming and chanting and screaming in favor of murderous illegal aliens. So Pam Bondi, bless your heart, please go after Chicago, go after New York, go after the federal government and FEMA for sending all of those, $59 million to those hotel rooms in New York. Thankfully, we've been able to claw that back. Go after Los Angeles, go after Sacramento, go after San Francisco, go after all of these cities, because there's a lot of them. And yes, they have been put on notice, and it was really effective how she was there on the stage and in front of the microphone. Behind her, behind Pam Bondi, is all of these angel moms. All of these angel parents who have lost their children to illegal aliens. Murderous, rampaging, illegal aliens.
And that's why President Trump has directed this to stop. And if you don't comply with federal law, we will hold you accountable. We did it to Illinois. Strike one. Strike two is New York. And if you are a state not complying with federal law, you're next. Get ready.
Absolutely. And you know what the thing is, and I've noticed this, and I'm sure you folks have noticed it too, where Trump is going in there and they're firing people. They are holding people accountable. One of the things we noticed with the Biden administration, nobody ever got fired. The failed pullout of Afghanistan, nobody was held accountable. 13 members of our service dead. It was a complete train wreck, obviously. And nobody was fired. Nobody was held accountable. Ultimately, Joe Biden was held accountable because we voted him out. But one of the things that people always noticed about Biden was that nobody was ever fired. Nobody was ever held accountable for anything. And Trump is going in there and you know what? You're fired. I mean, we saw that at the Kennedy Center. I've got that story. I love that story. You've got the Kennedy Center. You've got all of those inspectors general. You've got people all across America, all those federal employees. A federal judge now has sided with Donald Trump, part of the news cycle today, where Trump was trying to buy out all those federal employees. A federal judge has now said, you know what? Donald Trump was actually right. He has every right to try to buy out these federal employees so that we can pay them off and they'll go away. And for Pam Bondi, I love that she as well is trying to hold people accountable. She had law enforcement behind her as well. She had angel moms and she also had law enforcement behind her as well, bringing the point home that yes, all American citizens' lives are on the line, including the law enforcement officers that were behind her.
They put their lives on the line every single day to protect us. And what New York has, they have green light laws, meaning they're giving a green light to any illegal alien in New York where law enforcement officers cannot check their identity if they pull them over. Mm-hmm. Law enforcement officers do not have access to their background. And if these great men and women pull over someone and don't have access to their background, they have no idea who they're dealing with. And it puts their lives on the line every single day. Violent criminals, gang members, drug traffickers, human smugglers will no longer terrorize the American people. And that is why we are here today. You will be held accountable if you do not follow federal law. It's over, it ends, and we're coming after you.
Love it. Absolutely love it. And she is...
she doesn't mince words, does she?
She doesn't. Mm. She doesn't. I mean, I'm sitting here trying to think of something to say. She said it all. Yeah. And it's great. And it's going to be fun to watch her over the next 4 years. Apparently is there congressional hearings this morning or today on USAID? That's from what I'm seeing on Fox News. So I don't know if you watched any yesterday. There's so much news. It's hard to keep up. Yesterday they spoke a lot about Elon Musk and what he is doing with Doge. And there is an oversight committee hearing on Doge and what they're doing. And the Democrats are doing their usual stupid. But the point is that Elon Musk has every right. Donald Trump has every right to have Elon Musk look at all of these various agencies and try to find out where all of this crazed spending is. So that story is out there from yesterday. Of course, they're talking about how Elon Musk advocates for deleting entire agencies. And yes, that does need to happen. That needs to happen responsibly. And that's all fine, good and well. Bottom line is here that anything the Democrats say, there's a very easy argument to defeat the hue and the cries of people like Maxine Waters and Elizabeth Warren. Wall Street Journal sure is noticing what Donald Trump is doing. Again. Very good. 6:16. As far as your weather today, Weather going to be a high of 44 with clouds in the morning, sunny by the afternoon. Right now, 33 degrees at Super Talk 99.7 WTN. By the way, the DEA, they've got Operation Return to Sender. And they've got...
Great name.
It is great. It's a very great name. DEA bust in Colorado nabs nearly 100 violent criminals, including the top 10 that they were looking for. High praise from Donald Trump from the Wall Street Journal. Listen to this. While many in the leftist media hand-wringing, they're criticizing Donald Trump for everything, from trying to fix our border, the inefficient government. The Wall Street Journal has come out with some great praise for President Donald Trump. This is what they say. The Wall Street Journal is now reporting and saying that Trump and Elon Musk have achieved more in 3.5 weeks than Ronald Reagan did in 8 years when it comes to government shrinkage. In a piece titled Democrats Ought to Love Doge, the Wall Street Journal says Elon Musk is accomplishing something nobody has ever pulled off. Elon Musk's glorious rampage through official Washington is like something from a dream. Many conservatives and some Republicans have fantasized for decades about laying off bureaucrats and shrinking the government. Nobody has ever pulled it off, the opinion piece reads. Even Ronald Reagan, the great Ronald Reagan, who clearly wanted a smaller government, could not achieve in 8 years what Elon Musk has done in 3.5 weeks. And it's true. It is absolutely true. They say the Department of Government Efficiency is the change that we all have been waiting for. One of the things, and when people say that Elon Musk, because remember what I said, where the Democrats, they're saying that this is not constitutional, he doesn't have the authority, he doesn't have the expertise. I mean, you look at the businesses that Elon Musk has taken over, and he's fixed them. He's made them more efficient. He has made these businesses better, and that's what Donald Trump is looking to do with Elon Musk. And it makes all the sense in the world. Have you heard this audio, Joan?
What is it?
From Maxine Waters.
Oh, there's more Maxine Waters? Can't wait.
Listen to this.
The people of this country are being violated because all of our privacy is being taken up by Elon Musk and Trump, and we don't know what all they have on us.
Do you hear that?
What all they have on us.
We don't know what all they have on us.
Don't know what all they have on us.
Now we know what she's really worried about. She's really worried about, and again, Elon Musk, I don't know if he was kidding. Do you think Elon Musk was kidding?
About?
He posted on X about investigating Elizabeth Warren.
No, I don't think he's kidding at all. He's said that during that press conference in the Oval Office.
He did. I mentioned that in the 5, where he talked about how is it that these people in Congress, they've been in Congress for, years, and they've got a salary of a couple $100,000, yet they're multimillionaires.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a legit question.
Absolutely.
So when Maxine Waters says,
and we don't know what all they have on us,
I think we're going to know very, very quickly.
You know what? I think that Maxine Waters is the poster child for why the DOE needs to go away. That's a terribly structured sentence.
Well, it is Maxine Waters.
If she resigns, can we have like a party?
Well, but then
Just
I'd
like
have...
ding dong, the witch is dead.
Well, you know what? Even if Maxine Waters goes away, we'll always have Emmanuel Cleaver.
You mustard moo.
If you are just joining...
His voice doesn't make you want to gouge out your eyes.
If you're just joining us, that is the latest in an attempt by the Democrats to try to take out Elon Musk and defend the indefensible, which is what they're doing, is they're trying to defend government waste, government fraud, government inefficiency, and they're trying to defend the murderous gangbangers that are in America that Donald Trump is deporting. And so this is part of what the American people woke up to this morning is this attempted takedown of Emmanuel Cleaver. He is a Democrat out of Missouri.
Because I want to send a message to somebody. Elon, take your musty millions and musty Moscow rights to the moon. Because if you don't,
Preacher.
we're going to stand up.
Preacher alert.
We're going to speak out. We're going to march. We're going to do anything we need to do to make sure that the people of this country understand that the CFPB is for them. You get your musty hands off of our money or go to Moscow. You musty moon.
Nailed it. Nailed it. Well done, Emmanuel Cleaver. I don't know. You know what? I don't know if Elon's going to survive being called a musty moo-moo.
Moo-moo, yeah.
Do you
And
think-
that poor gentleman didn't even know CRPB is not the name of it.
You know what the thing is? You'll notice too, like some of these guys where they can't actually, because if you listen closely to that soundbite, you can tell that he's having a hard time speaking in like a normal voice.
Yeah.
Once he starts going into, BS
Preacher mode. Yeah.
then all of a sudden he finds his voice. Whatever. What a bunch of frauds.